G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my round 26, the finals week 1 predicted lineup. So as you can see on the team list, there's a few changes made. So yeah, look, I'll read out the team list and I'll go over some of the changes that I've made. Now 1 through to 13, I believe that's how Jason Demetrio will line the team up. But then the bench, there's a few changes that I personally would make that I don't know if he will. So let's go over it, starting with fullback Latrell Mitchell, Alex Johnston and Isaac Thompson make up the wings, Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham in the centres. Cody Walker, Lachlan Ilias in the halves. The front rowers are Junior Totola and Thomas Burgess, with Damien Cook at dummy half. Second row is Keon Koloamatangi and Jai Arrow, with lock and captain Cameron Murray. Off the bench, we've got Saliva Havili, Mark Nichols, Hame Sally, Daniel Saluka Fafita, Blake Taff as the 18th man, and then the reserves, Davey Mawali, Tane Milne, Peter Mamazueles, Michael Cheekham and Dean Hawkins. So a few changes, a few forced changes into the team, but Cameron Murray is still under. He's not confirmed for this game, but it's likely he will play. He felt good waking up yesterday, I believe, so they're still going to monitor it and see how he goes, but it's likely he will play. To be fair, if it's in his control, he won't miss this game. All right, so let's talk about the changes that I believe Jason Demetrio will make. So Campbell Graham comes straight back into the side for Jackson Barlow. Love Jackson. I thought he was fantastic last week. He proved a lot of the haters wrong. But I just, it's obvious that Campbell Graham is leagues ahead of him, as he is probably any of our backs other than Alex Johnston. So, and Latrell Mitchell, obviously. But, so Campbell Graham comes straight back into that number 4 jersey. Isaac Thompson also returns on the wing. Thompson's just he's a meter eater. He gets up there. I think in the 2 games he's played, 2 or 3 games, he's run for over 150 meters in all of them. So, those stats speak for themselves. No other changes to the starting squad. So it's 1 through to 13 as it was last week, other than those 2 in the backs. The bench, bit of a change here. Damien Cook returns. Saliva Havili goes to the bench. All right, so Saliva Havili comes out of the starting squad and takes that number 14 jersey. Peter Mamazeles goes to reserves. Obviously, Tane Milne also goes to the reserves, as does Michael Cheekham. So Michael Cheekham was the 18th man last week. Mark Nichols and Hame Sele hold their spot on the bench, but I have gone with Daniel Saluka Fafita. Now, the Roosters killed us through the middle, and I think a big part of that was due to us not naming more forwards on the bench. We went with Peter Mamazeles and Cody Nikarima, so 2 smaller players, and it wasn't too bad. But when you've got Damien Cook returning, I think the only sort of utility player you really need off the bench is Saliva Havili. While he can offer some utility work in the forwards, he's still got that. We've got that coverage there for dummy half, and I would not be surprised if he could slot into the centres. But if we have issues in our back line, we need to move stuff around. Keon Koloamatangi has slotted into the centres a bit for us when we've needed him to. Cameron Murray could also possibly slot into the centres. So there's definitely players around there that can sort out any issues we have in the back line. So I just think Daniel Saluka Fafita adds that big body to the bench, and I think that's definitely needed. I've got Blake Taff as my 18th man. I've fully dropped Cody Nikarima. Cody's done well for us this year. I'm very happy with the service he's provided for us, but he won't be there next year, and Blake Taff will, unless something atrocious happens and we lose Taffy, but I don't think that'll happen. I've got Taff as my 18th man because, if there are injuries and we need to bring him in, obviously if we can bring him in, depending on how the injuries come and all that, I think he's probably our better option as the 18th man. Then the reserves, David Mawale, Tane Milne, Peter Mamazales, Michael Cheekham and Dean Hawkins. I love Lockie Ilias, I really do, but I wouldn't mind to see Dean Hawkins get another crack in there. However, I don't see Demetrio doing that massively because Lachlan Ilias has played with the rest of the spine for most of the season, so that they do have that chemistry there. So I just think this is how we're going to line up this week. Let me know, guys, are there any changes you would personally make? I'd love to hear from you. Drop it down in the comments. But that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you all so much for your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.